Fellow auto detailers, welcome to the show that features interviews with today's most successful auto detailers. This is the Auto Detailing Podcast. Here's your host, Jimbo Balaam.
Hey guys, it's Jimbo with the Auto Detailing Podcast, coming back for another quick tip. This one's pretty cool because it incorporates services like Groupon and LivingSocial. Now, I am very opposed to Groupon and LivingSocial for regular detailing services, car washing, full detailing, stuff like that, especially if you're a mobile detailer, because it just, in my book, does not make sense to be running around from house to house, and you could span a bunch of miles. Anyway, it just doesn't make sense on regular detailing services. If you have a shop, and maybe you're trying to get established in the neighborhood, you may be able to swing it, but it really severely cuts into your profit margins, and I don't recommend it for regular detailing services. Now, with that said, I'm all about finding the gray area and finding creative measures and creative marketing tips to increase your profitability within services and within your business. So with that said, finding alternative services that can lead to regular detailing services is where it's at. So what do I mean by that? Well, I experimented with this myself by offering a paint chip repair service on LivingSocial. And while it hasn't been wildly successful as far as offering, as far as just knocking it out of the park with selling, 4 million offers, there's enough profit margin in paint chip repair to be able to offer a discounted service at the rate that LivingSocial or Groupon wants you to offer. So you could still be profitable doing this, especially if you have a shop. You can be profitable being a mobile detailer, but especially if you have a shop, this is a great way to draw in new clients, though they tend to be kind of cheap. That's why they're shopping on LivingSocial. But you can use it as a marketing way to draw more customers to your brand and to your business. So here's the deal. You offer paint chip repair at a discounted rate. And so LivingSocial will do all the marketing for you, whatever. People start buying your paint chip repair. You get the first couple calls. You go out there. Have a game plan to always be upselling. So here's a great upsell. Hey, do you want to add on a coating on top of your freshly paint chipped repaired front end? Great. Let's do that for $65, for $100. Because they've already spent the money on buying the LivingSocial deal, they've already saved 50%. They're more willing to spend a little bit more money to get an added service. Hey, do you want me to wash your car while I'm here on top of the paint chip repair? Boom, there's an extra $30-$40 depending on what you charge. Hey, do you want an extra wash and a wax? You get the point. You may get a full correction. I don't know. But it's easy. Once you're already there, it's easy to upsell to additional services and make extra money that way. Now, are you going to land that every single time? No. But if you land it half the time, hey, not only did you get paid for the paint chip repair, but you just got a potential new client that now you can email market to, you can do direct mail flyers to, you can try and upsell them on just a basic car wash, you can tell them about coatings. Boom, they're already your customer once, much easier to upsell to again. So, perfect example of this today was I went out for a paint chip repair on an older BMW, nothing glamorous. But while I was there, the guy had told me, he was a big form guy, and he started looking at coatings. He had Opti gloss coat that he had already purchased, but he was afraid to put it on himself. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to do it. He needed someone to do it for him, even though he had already purchased the OptiGloss coat. I told him, hey, I have a ton of experience with the OptiGloss coat. I can do that for you. And not only should we apply it, but, it was a black BMW, and I showed him the swirls and blah, blah. Told him we should also correct it before we put that on, and it'll really help with whatever. You know the drill. Boom. Upsold him to a semi-permanent or a coating job and a correction job, all off a little paint chip repair from LivingSocial. Now, how he found me was through LivingSocial, and he bought the deal to get the paint chip repair, but it led to I know what it was. It was an overspray removal with paint correction and a coating. That's a big-time job that came from a little stupid LivingSocial deal that cost me nothing to offer, but it's just money in the bank. Yes, you do have to offer a discounted service, which can eat into your profit margins, but again, upsell, 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 upsell. So that's how you can use a service like LivingSocial or a Groupon to get a big-time overspray paint correction coating job like I successfully did today. Now, it's going to take some selling, so get your sales pitch right, or as someone like Grant Cardone would say, get your spit right. Know what you're going to say, go in there with confidence and nail it, knock it out of the park, but use it as a tool. It's yet just another tool that you can use to bring profitability and efficiency into your business.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Auto Detailing Podcast. Head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com for full show notes, blog posts, updates, and sign up to our newsletter to receive the latest and greatest all things auto detailing podcast. And don't forget, if you're thinking about starting your own mobile auto detailing business, we've set up an online training course so you can bulletproof your startup at mobileautodetailingacademy.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.